Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hey, Auntie Cherry. Hey, Southern Girl. Hey, Miss Ashley. Hey, Auntie Lynn. Happy Friday, y'all. What is the weather like where you guys live? Oh my God, y'all. Tomorrow here going to be 96 degrees, y'all. Oh my God. I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I'm going to stay in the house under the AC. It's going to be so hot to come outside. I'm like, oh my goodness. Well, we can't complain. You know, we can't complain about that. The weather is the weather. Yep. So how they said, it is what it is. Yep. Y'all hit the like button for me as you come on in the building. Y'all, what is going on with these social media? What is going on with social media, y'all? Why? What? Is the devil taking over social media? Is it? I need answers. This is not of God. Is the devil really taking over social media? Oh my God, it is so much going on, y'all. And it became a normal thing, y'all, that people is coming out here exposing everything. I'm just going to say everything. 90s the whole weekend. Ashley here too. I hope you stay cool, baby girl. Like, what is really going on, y'all? Like, it's sad, right? So, y'all, I got a story here that I have two stories, two influencers, right? Um, was unalive. These are, I think one was a TikToker and one was a Facebook. And then I have another one on another channel I'm gonna bring up. So I'm gonna try to do three today. All depends on how this worked for me today. Okay. So I'm gonna try to do three. But I know I got two in the queue for y'all for today. Okay. 90s here too in Maryland, and the humidity is making it so much worse. Exactly. And that's what I don't like. If it being in 90s and we get a good cool breeze coming through and doesn't feel so muggy and the humidity is not so high, it'd be okay. But when it get like that, I can't deal with it. I really, really can't. I can't deal with it. That's just too much. It's too much. So let's get into it, y'all. Everybody come in. They can just watch the replay or whatever. It is Friday, and I don't want to be up here forever. So we're going to just hop right on into it. Let me get this commercial on. And y'all put a one in the chat too when I bring it up to let me know that y'all.
Noise. It was 4:13 in the morning on July 23rd, 2024, when Chrissy Jenkins made her final call for help. The emergency dispatcher tried to get more information, but the line went silent. Within minutes, police cruisers raced through the quiet streets of Amite City, Louisiana, their sirens cutting through the night. Officers arrived at the modest home on West Martin Luther King Street to find a scene that would haunt them for years to come. The front door stood slightly
These are
ajar, no
Facebook
signs of
influencers,
forced
y'all.
entry. Inside, the officers discovered two bodies, Chrissy Jenkins and Christopher Hegwood, both with multiple gunshot wounds. The couple, parents to young children, lay motionless in their own home, victims of what appeared to be a calculated attack. Blood spatter analysis would later suggest the shooter stood close to the victims, indicating they likely knew their attacker. The children, thankfully.
You look like a whale swimming. That's what I heard from my mother-in-law while I was in the pool on my birthday. About 45 days ago, I started using the pink salt.
Were staying with relatives that night, spared from witnessing the horror that unfolded in their home. As dawn broke over Amite City, crime scene technicians worked methodically, collecting shell casings, fingerprints, and DNA samples that would eventually lead them to a suspect no one expected. Amite City, a small town of just over 4,000 residents in Tangipahoa Parish, had always prided itself on its close-knit community where neighbors knew each other by name. Located about 70 miles northwest of New Orleans, this rural community was a place where people left doors unlocked and children played freely in front yards until sunset. The double homicide of Chrissy Jenkins and Christopher Hegwood shattered this sense of security overnight. Fear spread through the community like wildfire. Parents began keeping their children indoors. Neighbors who once chatted freely across fences now exchanged nervous glances. Local businesses reported decreased foot traffic as residents limited their outings to essential errands only. The brutal nature of the killings, multiple gunshot wounds and what appeared to be an execution-style murder, left everyone wondering who among them could commit such violence, and more frighteningly, who might be next. Have you ever shared personal disputes online without considering who might be watching? Before we continue this tragic story, take a moment to comment below about whether you think social media makes us more vulnerable to real-world danger. Your experiences might help others recognize warning signs before it's too late. Throughout this investigation, we'll examine how a decade-long relationship between Chrissy Jenkins and Christopher Hegwood ended in tragedy, and the crucial role that social media played in their deaths. You'll learn how their public Facebook Live arguments exposed personal conflicts to dangerous individuals and potentially contributed to their murder. We'll trace the investigation from those first desperate moments when police arrived at the crime scene through the months-long hunt for justice that eventually led to the arrest of 21-year-old Ryan Snow. We'll explore the forensic evidence that connected him to the murders and the questions that still remain about his motive. Most importantly, this story contains vital lessons about protecting yourself and your loved ones in the digital age. You'll discover specific warning signs that indicate when online conflicts might be escalating toward real-world violence.
Absolutely.
We'll share expert advice on maintaining privacy settings, recognizing threatening behavior, and knowing when to involve authorities. By the end of this video, you'll understand how the choices we make online can have devastating consequences in real life. The story of Chrissy and Christopher serves as a powerful reminder that in today's interconnected world, the line between virtual disputes and physical danger has become dangerously thin. Christina Chrissy Jenkins was born and raised in Amite City, a daughter of the community in every sense. Growing up in a neighborhood where opportunities were scarce, Chrissy developed a resilience that defined her character. Friends described her as fiercely loyal, with a laugh that could fill a room and a temper that could clear one just as quickly. By 25, she had already faced more hardships than many face in a lifetime. Despite dropping out of high school in 10th grade, Chrissy was street smart and resourceful. She worked a series of jobs: cashier at the local grocery, housekeeper at a nearby motel, and occasionally styling hair from her home. Every dollar she earned went toward creating better opportunities for her children. Those kids were her world, recalled her cousin Tamika. She'd go without eating to make sure they had what they needed. Chrissy's social media profiles revealed a young woman who loved bright colors, bold fashion, and unfiltered self-expression. Her Facebook page was filled with photos of her children, inspirational quotes about overcoming struggles, and occasional heated exchanges with those who crossed her. Behind her tough exterior was a dreamer who spoke often about moving her family away from Amite City to somewhere with more chances for the kids. Christopher Hegwood's path mirrored Chrissy's in many ways. Born to a single mother who struggled with addiction, Christopher learned early to fend for himself. By 16, he was already working construction jobs under the table, developing skills that would later help him provide for his growing family. Those who knew him described a complex man, gentle with his children, but quick to defend his pride when challenged. Christopher was known throughout Amite City for his distinctive laugh and passion for video games. He could play those games all night and still be the first one up for work. Remembered his childhood friend Marcus. Man had hustle. Despite never finishing high school, Christopher was mechanically inclined, often fixing neighbors' cars and appliances for extra cash or as favors to those in need. His criminal record showed minor offenses in his youth, mostly trespassing and petty theft, before a more serious charge in 2019 led to a 14-month incarceration. During this time, Christopher wrote letters to his children weekly, filled with drawings and promises of a better future. Those who served time with him noted his efforts to stay out of prison politics and his constant talk about returning to his family. All he talked about was getting home to Chrissy and those kids, said a former cellmate. Chrissy and Christopher met at a neighborhood cookout in 2014 when she was 20 and he was 22. Friends recall their connection was immediate and intense. Within 6 months, they were living together in a small rental on the east side of Amite City. Their relationship produced 2 children, a daughter born in 2015 and a son in 2017. Christopher also had a son from a previous relationship who often stayed with them on weekends. Their home was described as lively and chaotic. There was always music playing, kids running around, and something cooking on the stove, remembered Christopher's sister Chelsea. The couple established clear roles. Christopher worked construction jobs, while Chrissy managed the household and took on part-time work when finances were tight. Despite limited resources, they celebrated birthdays and holidays with enthusiasm, often posting elaborate family photos online.
A cry for help in a 911 call led deputies to a heartbreaking scene in Tangipahoa Parish. The woman in that call saying she'd been shot. Deputies found the woman and her boyfriend dead in their home in Amite. News 2's Destiny Beasley was there as family members arrived at the scene.
Sylvia, pain was etched on the faces of everyone there. The victims, Chrissy Jenkins and Christopher Heckwood, had been together for 10 years and leave behind 3 children.
I pick up the phone. It's just the worst news. Their innocent little sister would want to hear about their big brother.
Around 5 o'clock Tuesday morning, Chelsea Heckwood got the devastating phone call that her older brother, Christopher Heckwood, and his girlfriend of 10 years, Chrissy Jenkins, were murdered. Other family members who did not want to speak on camera tell me they found out about the double homicide from word of mouth. And when they arrived at the couple's home, they found it surrounded by yellow tape.
We believe, as I understand it, the female victim made that initial call, reported that she had been shot, and that's what prompted the response.
Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff Gerald Sticker says that's when they found Jenkins and Heckwood dead inside the home on the 600 block of MLK Street. Chelsea said she last saw her brother Christopher 2 weeks ago and wasn't aware of any issues he was dealing with.
He's the type of person that he's just so willing and so giving. So I don't understand why somebody would do this.
This is a sad day in the community of Amite as family and friends mourn the death of their loved ones, Christopher Heckwood and Chrissy Jenkins, and this crime is still unsolved.
It's very unfortunate that this occurred, but we will do everything in our power to determine who did this and bring them to justice.
State Police, the Tangipahoa Sheriff's Office, and Amite Police are working together to identify and arrest the killer. Sylvia.
Their relationship was passionate in all aspects, with public declarations of love, followed sometimes by equally public arguments. Neighbors became accustomed to their pattern of intense disagreements, followed by affectionate reconciliations. They fought hard but loved harder, said a longtime neighbor. You'd hear them arguing one night, then see them walking hand in hand the next morning like nothing happened. This volatility became a defining characteristic of their decade together, visible to anyone who fought.
Now, a lot of people were saying in the comments, y'all, that I've seen, that they bring a lot of problems to social media. A lot of problems. A lot of things going on in their home. They said they was bringing it to social media. They had started getting people to dislike them. They had started arguing with the people in the chat. So I didn't see all of this, but I'm thinking this could be a supporter. I don't know who it was to lead up to this death of this family.
Followed them on social media. Beyond financial struggles, the couple weathered Christopher's incarceration, temporary separations, and the scrutiny of Child Protective Services after a neighbor reported an argument that turned physical. Through it all, they maintained their commitment, with Chrissy telling friends, "We're broken separately, but somehow we work together. That's just our way." For Chrissy and Christopher, social media wasn't just a pastime. It was a digital stage where their lives played out in real time. Both maintained active Facebook profiles, posting multiple times daily about everything from family milestones to personal frustrations. Chrissy, particularly prolific online, shared makeup tutorials, dance videos with her children, and lengthy status updates about her daily struggles and triumphs.
Don't mix pink salt with 3 other ingredients if you don't want to donate your entire wardrobe in less than a week.
Christopher's online presence focused more on gaming achievements, car modifications, and occasional philosophical musings about fatherhood and loyalty. Together, they documented their relationship through countless photos, relationship status updates that changed during arguments, and public conversations that ranged from affectionate to confrontational. Their combined friends list numbered over 2,000 people, many of whom they had never met in person. This digital openness created a false sense of intimacy with followers who felt they knew the couple personally. As one online friend later told investigators, "I never met them face to face, but I knew when they were fighting, making up, or having money problems. Their whole life was right there for anyone to see."
This was a lady that told the news
The couple's
people,
most
y'all,
revealing
because
online behavior
on social
began
media.
in early 2024, when they started using Facebook Live to broadcast their arguments in real time. What started as Chrissy's solo venting sessions about relationship frustrations evolved into heated exchanges where both partners aired grievances publicly.
Angie. How are you,
These live streams often attracted hundreds of viewers who commented, took sides, and occasionally escalated tensions with their input. A particularly volatile broadcast from April 2024 showed Chrissy accusing Christopher of messaging other women, while he countered with claims about her spending habits. As the argument intensified, viewers could hear their children crying in the background. Comments poured in, some urging calm, others encouraging more dramatic confrontation. The video remained online for weeks, accumulating thousands of views and hundreds of comments from locals and strangers alike. These public disputes extended beyond their relationship. Both Chrissy and Christopher engaged in online conflicts with neighbors, former friends, and family members. One recurring antagonist was a local man known only as DT in their posts, who Christopher accused of disrespecting Chrissy at a convenience store. This conflict played out across multiple platforms, with threats exchanged and mutual acquaintances choosing sides. What began as a minor incident became an ongoing feud documented for anyone to follow, including those with harmful intentions. By June 2024, the tone of the couple's social media posts had shifted dramatically. Chrissy began sharing cryptic warnings about watching your back and knowing who's really loyal. In a Facebook Live session just 3 weeks before their deaths, she spoke directly to unnamed individuals. "Y'all think this is a game, but we see everything. We know who's been driving past our house at night."
Very dangerous.
Christopher's posts became increasingly defensive and territorial. He shared images of newly installed security cameras and made veiled references to being strapped and ready for whatever. When friends commented with concern, he dismissed them, writing, "Some people gonna learn the hard way not to test us."
And see, you know what, y'all? It is getting dangerous. And this is where he went wrong at. He went live, showing people he installed cameras in his house, telling people it's whatever, anybody can get it. You know, these are things as social media influencers you should not do. You don't invite anyone in your home, okay? And you have children there, right? Not knowing these type of things will play out. Like you sharing your whole life to the world, your whole life. Not knowing you have children, okay? Because you can't love your children, because if you love your children, you wouldn't be on social media making these type of accusations. You know, if you're going to start cameras in your house, I wouldn't have went live and show anybody that I got cameras in my house. That's for me and my wife or my whoever. That's not for the whole world to see, you know? So this is what led up to their death. And it's sad. And I have another video, y'all, I do want to play today. I'm going to look for it right now while I'm on live with y'all. The sister, the mama sent the brother and another brother to unalive her own daughter on live. Okay, so I'm looking for that as y'all look at this video here. But I think I have another one before this one, and then I'm trying to find that one too. I'm looking for it now.
His final post, made just 26 hours before the murders, read, "Fake friends, fake family, fake love. Only real thing in this world is me protecting mine."
This happened.
Most alarming were the direct exchanges with other local individuals that contained barely concealed threats. In one comment thread from early July, an unidentified user wrote, "Keep running your mouth and see what happens." To which Christopher replied, "My door's always open if you're feeling brave."
You see what I'm
These
saying?
public challenges created a dangerous atmosphere where backing down would mean losing face in front of hundreds of online spectators. Have you ever revealed too much about your personal conflicts online? Pause this video and share in the comments whether you've ever regretted something you posted during an emotional moment. What boundaries do you set for yourself on social media? Your insights might help someone avoid dangerous oversharing. The couple's digital behavior created a perfect storm of vulnerability. By broadcasting their arguments, they inadvertently advertised their relationship weaknesses to potential predators. Their habit of posting in real time revealed their location patterns and home security details. The public feuds with others established a clear list of potential enemies and motives. Perhaps most dangerously, their online presence normalized conflict in their lives. Friends and family became desensitized to their expressions of fear or warnings, viewing them as just another dramatic post, rather than genuine cries for help. When Chrissy posted about feeling unsafe in the weeks before her death, the message received only laughing emojis and dismissive comments. A tragic missed opportunity for intervention that might have saved 2 lives. The 48 hours before the murders revealed a pattern of escalating tension. On Monday, July 21st, Chrissy and Christopher attended a neighborhood barbecue, where witnesses later reported they argued with a group of young men. Security camera footage from a nearby convenience store captured Christopher in a heated exchange with an unidentified male around 9:30 that evening. Chrissy posted on Facebook shortly after, "Some people really testing my patience today. Don't push me." Tuesday morning, July 22nd, began routinely. Christopher left for a construction job at 6 a.m., while Chrissy took their children to her mother's house, explaining they would stay overnight because she needed to handle some business. Around noon, she went live on Facebook while driving, visibly upset and claiming someone had threatened Christopher at his worksite. The 15-minute video showed her repeatedly checking her rearview mirror, convinced she was being followed. That evening, the couple ordered pizza delivery at 8:27 p.m., their last meal. At 10:45, neighbors reported hearing raised voices from their home. Christopher's final phone call was made at 11:58 p.m. to his sister Chelsea, lasting just under 2 minutes. The content of this conversation remains unknown. Between midnight and 4 a.m., the estimated time of the murders, their home security camera mysteriously stopped recording, creating a crucial gap in the timeline.
Okay, baby, enjoy your lunch.
First responders arrived at 4:27 a.m. to find the front door unlocked and slightly open. Inside, the living room showed no signs of struggle. The pizza box still on the coffee table with 2 half-empty glasses beside it. Detective Marcus Williams, the lead investigator, noted this suggested the couple had been comfortable with whoever entered their home that night. Chrissy was found in the hallway leading to the bedroom, her phone still clutched in her hand after making the 911 call. Christopher was discovered in the bedroom doorway, positioned in a way that suggested he had been moving toward Chrissy when he was shot. Both victims sustained multiple gunshot wounds from what ballistics later identified as a 9mm handgun. Shell casings recovered at the scene indicated the shooter fired 7 times in total. The medical examiner's report revealed the killer stood within 3 feet of both victims, firing with precision rather than panic. No valuables were taken from the home. Christopher's wallet containing $300 remained in his pocket, and Chrissy's jewelry was untouched. This immediately suggested to investigators that robbery wasn't the motive. Most tellingly, there were no signs of forced entry, leading Detective Williams to conclude this was someone they knew, someone they trusted enough to open their door to in the middle of the night. In what investigators later described as a blessing amid tragedy, all 3 children were staying with Chrissy's mother that night. According to family members, this overnight arrangement had been planned just hours earlier, when Chrissy called her mother claiming she had a bad feeling and wanted the children away from the house. This last-minute decision potentially saved the children from witnessing the violence or becoming victims themselves. The children, aged 9, 7, and 5, were told of their parents' deaths the following day by a family therapist and child services representative. Chrissy's mother later revealed to reporters, "It's like she knew something might happen. Her last words when dropping them off were, 'Make sure they know how much I love them.'" News of the double homicide spread through Amite City with stunning speed. By mid-morning, dozens of neighbors and family members had gathered outside the police tape, many in tears, others demanding answers. Local schools initiated lockdown procedures as rumors circulated that an active shooter might still be in the area. The community's fear was palpable at an emergency town meeting held that evening. "We don't feel safe in our own homes," one resident told the sheriff. Churches opened their doors for prayer vigils, while local businesses closed early out of respect and concern. Within 24 hours, a makeshift memorial of flowers, candles, and teddy bears appeared outside the couple's home, a visual testament to a community in mourning and on edge. The Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office faced immediate obstacles in their investigation, despite the couple's active social media presence highlighting numerous conflicts. Identifying a prime suspect proved difficult. Detective Williams explained, "We had too many potential suspects rather than too few. Their online disputes created a long list of people with possible motives." The crime scene yielded limited physical evidence, no fingerprints besides those of the victims and their regular visitors, and no DNA samples that didn't belong to family members. The security camera's convenient malfunction suggested technical tampering, but forensic analysis of the equipment proved inconclusive. Most frustrating for investigators was the wall of silence they encountered. Despite over 50 interviews conducted in the first week, neighbors and acquaintances provided contradictory accounts or claimed ignorance. People were clearly afraid to talk, noted Sheriff Gerald Sticker at a press conference 7 days after the murders. "We can't solve this case without the community's help, but fear is keeping witnesses quiet." As days turned to weeks without an arrest, Amite City transformed. Parents began escorting children to bus stops in groups. Local gun shops reported record sales of home defense weapons. Neighborhood watch programs formed overnight in areas that had never needed them before. Social media became a breeding ground for theories and accusations. Some residents pointed fingers at Christopher's former prison associates, while others suspected a jealous ex-partner. The most persistent rumor involved a drug deal gone wrong, though investigators found no evidence supporting this claim. "Everyone became an amateur detective," recalled Pastor James Wilson, who counseled many frightened parishioners. "The speculation was tearing our community apart." The fear extended to potential witnesses. Anonymous tips to the police hotline suggested several people had crucial information, but were afraid of retaliation. Sheriff Sticker took the unprecedented step of offering witness protection arrangements, unusual for a small-town investigation. "We're dealing with a level of fear I haven't seen in 25 years of law enforcement," he admitted during a community meeting in August. The case's turning point came in September, nearly 2 months after the murders. Advanced DNA analysis of a cigarette, but found in the couple's front yard, revealed genetic material not matching any family member or known associate. When run through the state database, it produced a partial match to evidence from an unsolved armed robbery in a neighboring parish. Simultaneously, cell tower data analysis showed a phone registered to 21-year-old Ryan Snow had pinged towers near the victim's home between 1 and 4 a.m. on the night of the murders. This same phone had exchanged text messages with Christopher's phone 3 times in the week before the killings. The final piece fell into place when ballistics experts matched shell casings from the murder scene to those from a shooting incident at an abandoned property where Snow had been previously cited for trespassing. It wasn't one big break, but several small ones that finally connected the dots, explained forensic technician Dr. Amelia Richardson. Science spoke when witnesses wouldn't. On October 12, 2024, a tactical team arrested Ryan Snow at his grandmother's home in Hammond, Louisiana. The arrest occurred without incident, though officers discovered a 9mm handgun hidden in an air vent, later confirmed as the murder weapon. Snow, a college dropout with only minor prior offenses, seemed an unlikely suspect for such a calculated crime.
I'm sorry to hear
District
that,
Attorney Michael Thompson announced charges at a press conference the following day.
remember you
2
saying
counts of
something
first-degree
about that.
murder and 1 count of obstruction
I'm
of
so
justice
sorry.
for tampering with the security camera. We believe this was a premeditated execution, Thompson stated. The evidence suggests careful planning rather than a crime of passion.
Goes out to your grandbaby,
Snow's
sweetie.
connection to the victims initially puzzled investigators until digital forensics revealed he had been inactive, though anonymous, commenter on the couple's Facebook Live arguments. His online alias, TruthTeller985, had repeatedly antagonized Christopher, challenging his manhood and suggesting Chrissy deserved better. These digital interactions, spanning months before the murders, established a pattern of escalating hostility that culminated in violence. Despite the arrest, crucial questions remain unanswered. Why did Snow target this particular couple? Was he acting alone or at someone else's direction? Most puzzling is how he gained entry without force. As Sheriff Sticker noted, "We have the who and how, but the complete why continues to elude us. Some truths may have died that night." The ripple effects of Chrissy and Christopher's murders extended far beyond the crime scene tape. Chelsea Hegwood, Christopher's sister, became the family's reluctant spokesperson. "My brother wasn't perfect, but he was trying," she told reporters, her voice breaking. "He deserved the chance to keep growing, to see his kids graduate. Someone stole that future from him, from all of us." Chelsea now wears a locket containing photos of both victims, a physical reminder of her promise to seek justice. Chrissy's mother, Denise Jenkins, collapsed at the funeral service held 2 weeks after the murders.
Wow.
"I lost my baby girl and my best friend," she later shared at a community memorial. "Every morning I wake up thinking it was just a nightmare. Then reality hits all over again." The grandmother now raises all 3 children in her 2-bedroom apartment, having taken family leave from her nursing assistant job to provide full-time care. Extended family members describe the emotional toll of explaining the inexplicable to young children. "How do you tell a 5-year-old his parents aren't coming back?" questioned Christopher's cousin Marcus. "How do you explain that someone chose to take them away?" The family established a private social media group to coordinate childcare, therapy appointments, and financial assistance. A stark contrast to the public nature of the couple's online presence that may have contributed to their deaths. The 3 children, now without both parents, face a lifetime of processing their loss. School counselors report the oldest child has become withdrawn and struggles with nightmares, while the younger 2 exhibit regression in developmental milestones. All 3 are receiving specialized trauma therapy, funded by a community donation drive. The children's artwork, displayed at a local healing center, reveals their ongoing struggle. Their drawings frequently feature angels watching over houses and protective barriers around family figures. They're processing grief in ways adults can't always access, explained child psychologist Dr. Renee Martinez. Their sense of safety has been fundamentally altered. Rebuilding that trust will take years, not months. These children need long-term support systems that many communities aren't equipped to provide. Amite City's response to the tragedy revealed its resilient spirit. 3 days after the murders, over 400 residents gathered for a candlelight vigil at the town square. Local churches established a rotation schedule, ensuring meals were delivered to both extended families for months following the deaths. A GoFundMe campaign for the Children's Education Fund exceeded its goal within 48 hours, raising over $30,000. The high school where Chrissy had briefly attended created a memorial garden with 3 benches, one for each child to visit when they need a quiet moment. Local tattoo artists offered memorial designs at reduced rates, with proceeds benefiting the children. "This tragedy showed us at our worst," reflected Mayor Thomas Wilson, "but the response showed us at our best." 6 months after the murders, Amite City bears invisible scars. Home security system sales have increased by 70%. The local police department now offers free social media privacy workshops. Neighborhood watch signs have sprouted on nearly every street corner. Most telling is the change in community behavior. Residents who once gathered outdoors on warm evenings now tend to stay inside. Children's birthday parties, previously held in public parks, are increasingly celebrated in private homes. We're more cautious now, more aware of who's around us, explained longtime resident Martha Johnson. That innocence doesn't come back. The arrest brought relief, but not restoration. A community forever changed by violence that began with words exchanged online. The tragedy of Chrissy and Christopher highlights the very real dangers of conducting personal conflicts in public digital spaces. When we broadcast our arguments, we inadvertently create a map of our vulnerabilities for anyone watching. Law enforcement officials now point to this case when warning about digital targeting, where predators identify victims through their online behavior patterns. Every detail shared online, from relationship problems to home security measures, can be weaponized by those with harmful intentions. The anonymity of social media creates a false sense of distance between words and consequences. As Detective Williams noted in his final case report, what begins as keyboard courage can escalate to real-world violence when online disputes spill into physical spaces. The line between virtual and actual threats has never been thinner. Recognizing potential danger requires vigilance about both online and offline warning signs. Be alert if you notice unknown vehicles repeatedly passing your home after online arguments. Take seriously any escalation, from general complaints to specific threats. Be wary of new followers or friends who appear during times of conflict and seem overly interested in your personal disputes. Pay attention to your own behavior as well. If you find yourself sharing location details, security information, or daily routines publicly, you may be creating unnecessary risk. If arguments with the same individuals persist across multiple platforms or extend beyond days into weeks, consider disengaging completely. Most importantly, trust your instincts. Chrissy's decision to send her children to her mother's the night of the murder likely saved their lives. Review your privacy settings today. Consider making accounts private or using pseudonyms for personal content. Never announce when your home will be empty. Establish a code word with trusted friends for emergency situations. Document persistent online harassment and report serious threats to local authorities immediately. Remember, not every comment deserves a response. Has this story changed how you'll approach social media moving forward? Share your thoughts below and help others learn from this tragedy. If you found this analysis valuable, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to support our mission of turning true crime stories into life-saving lessons. Your engagement saves lives.
What do y'all get for that? Didn't he tell the truth? Everything on social media in the chat do not deserve a reaction. It doesn't. I say that all the time. This shit spills off of social media into people's real lives. Look what happened here. This lady, this woman lost her son-in-law. Like, this wasn't even worth it. It was not worth it at all, y'all. It was not worth it. Hold on, I'm getting the other story up. Just give me a second. It was not worth it. Now, this guy he was arguing with in the comments on Facebook, but never knew that this guy would turn around and come to his home and unalive him and his wife. He didn't know that. No. And the wife said what? She was getting funny feelings that something wasn't right. I'm just trying to find the other one. This is a TikToker here, y'all. Oh, Lord, baby. That's why I'm arguing with nobody. It's not worth it. You know, it's not. You know, now I think he went wrong because he put his family, he put his wife in danger. He definitely put her in danger. She started feeling uncomfortable being in the house, you know, and that was crazy. She didn't even feel comfortable being in the house. She took her kids to the mom house, she said, because she started feeling uncomfortable. I'm trying to find the other one here, so just give me a minute. You know, and when I run across these little stories, y'all, I just do it too, because I want people to really see what this social media is really doing. You know, I don't know. Maybe some people may learn from it. Maybe some people won't, y'all. I don't know. But I know one damn thing. I ain't trying to get into stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I get up here, I do my commentary, and I don't want to fuss and fight with nobody, and I don't want to do none of that. I just want to
in an area
love
filled with
everybody
people.
and go about
For
my
young
damn
men
business.
and another girl were in the
man.
vehicle with her, yet the circumstances remained shrouded in mystery.
My
A passing
Facebook
nurse desperately performed CPR for
always
nearly
been
10 minutes
private.
as
Yes,
bystanders
mine too,
watched in
girl.
horror.
Hey,
Emergency
auntie,
services rushed her to
it's
the hospital,
becoming
but it was too
all
late.
a
The
real
rising star's light had been
news
extinguished,
drama on
leaving
social
authorities
media.
baffled by a crime scene that seemed impossible.
Let me
A
go
teenager shot
back.
dead in plain sight, yet somehow invisible to the world around her until it was too late.
Everything
If you've
need
ever
a
wondered how
reaction. It
tragedy
doesn't.
can strike in the most
It don't
public
make you
places
feel less
without
than
anyone
you
noticing,
you
stay with
tough. It
me
don't make
until
you
the
feel
end.
none of that.
This
These
case will
motherfuckers don't know
challenge
you in real
everything you
life
thought you
anyway, so
knew
why they
about
keep doing
safety
all
in
that
numbers.
bullshit?
Could you spot the warning
Let's be
signs
real,
that
y'all.
everyone missed that fateful evening? Welcome to Explosive True Crime Stories, where we uncover the truth behind shocking cases that change lives forever. I'm your host, Iseo. Tonight's episode: Teen TikTok
It
star
just don't make
shot
no
dead
sense.
minutes after TikTok live. No one heard a thing. The heartbreaking story of Nasia Turner. In the next few minutes, we'll examine how a 17-year-old social media star, with her whole life ahead of her, ended up dead in a mall parking lot, with multiple people present, yet no clear answers. We'll explore the dangerous intersection of youth, fame, and violence that led
Thank
to
you,
this
Brittany.
tragedy. What security measures failed that night? How does social media fame make teenagers vulnerable? And most importantly, what can we learn to protect ourselves and our loved ones? This case isn't
Gotta be
just about
smart. You gotta
finding
be
justice
smart.
for Nasia.
Sometimes
It's about
everything is
understanding
not
the
for
hidden
social
dangers
media.
that exist in spaces we consider safe and recognizing the warning signs.
Everything is not for social media. It's not. You don't get up on social media and argue with your goddamn husband. You don't get on social media and argue with your children. Certain things is just not for social media. And I feel sometimes when, and I'm not gonna say everybody, because sometimes people don't have people that they can vent to. And sometimes people does come to social media for an outlet for them to vent to. Then sometimes people just love that drama. They love that chaotic shit. They like people to intertwine with them when they're being, in a rage, I'll say. But everything, like when you're doing certain things with your children, I feel like certain things shouldn't come to social media. When you're doing certain things with your husband, you should not bring it to social media. All that stuff that he just did, the guy, the one I showed before this one, showing cameras you put in your house, all that was not for social media. Showing them all your money you was making. You're the man that unalive you was in your chat every day. You was arguing with these people every day. Did not know that this man was gonna be the one that take you out. Put it like that. You didn't know that. But what you did, you put your family at risk because your wife was an innocent person, but he took her life also. But thank God the children was not there. Thank God that she followed her instinct and took the kids to her mom's house. You understand what I'm saying? They can be here right today, but because of her husband, no, they're gone. And this happened last year in 2024. This is sad. I'm never arguing with nobody on social media. It's not that serious for me. It's not that deep for me. Like I told y'all before, I love everybody. But when it comes to all that arguing stuff, I'm just not into that anyway. If I can't try to solve a problem, I don't want to be a part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather stay out of it and let it float the way it float. It's God to work with it, baby. Because I don't want to be in none of that. People start putting all up at your house, like the guy just said, riding around your house. You don't know who these cars is. Now you got to go out and start buying cameras, putting cameras all in your house. You're scared to come out the house to go to the grocery store, take your kids to school. Like, this is just, y'all, it just make me so mad. But come on.
Before it's too late. Born on July 11th,
Hey,
2006, Nasia Turner grew up in the sun-drenched streets of Moreno Valley, California.
Yes.
Friends and family knew her affectionately as Sia, a nickname that would later become her brand to hundreds of thousands of followers. Her childhood home was filled with the kind of warmth and support that shaped her into the confident young woman viewers came to adore. Nasia's family formed the foundation of her world. Her mother featured prominently in her life, appearing in videos where they shopped together or prepared for important milestones. These glimpses into their relationship revealed a bond built on mutual respect and genuine friendship. Her grandmother and aunt also played significant roles in her upbringing, creating a strong female support system that empowered her to pursue her dreams. As a student at Rancho High School, Nasia balanced academics with her natural talent for performance. Even before fame found her, those who knew her described a girl with magnetic charisma and an ability to light up any room she entered. Her early videos often featured her home and neighborhood, showcasing a typical American teenager's life. Homework sessions, family dinners, and weekend hangouts with friends, all captured with her signature enthusiasm and authenticity that would eventually captivate a massive audience. Nasia's journey to TikTok stardom began like many teenagers, experimenting with dance trends and comedy skits in her bedroom. What set her apart was an undeniable authenticity that resonated with viewers. While many influencers carefully crafted personas, Sia's appeal lay in her genuine approach. She wasn't trying to be someone else. She was simply sharing her life, and people connected with that honesty. Her content evolved from simple dance videos to engaging Get Ready With Me segments, family event highlights, and candid story times that invited viewers into her world. One of her most popular formats featured her relationship with fellow creator Dylan, where their playful chemistry and couple challenges endeared them to fans who felt invested in their romance. By early 2024, her following had swelled to 523,000 loyal fans who tuned in regularly for her content. What truly distinguished Nasia in the crowded social media landscape was her ability to make each viewer feel like a friend rather than just another follower. She responded to comments, incorporated fan suggestions, and created an inclusive community around her content. Her rise wasn't meteoric. It was steady and organic, built on consistent engagement rather than viral gimmicks. The algorithm favored her authentic approach, pushing her content to wider audiences who quickly became devoted fans. Her comment sections filled with messages from viewers who saw themselves in her. Young people navigating high school, relationships, and family dynamics while trying to find their own voice in the world. Behind the perfectly edited TikToks and carefully curated Instagram posts, Nasia maintained a surprisingly normal teenage existence. As a high school senior, she juggled homework assignments and college applications between content creation sessions. Friends reported that she would often film several videos during free periods at school, expertly compartmentalizing her online and offline worlds. Her family provided crucial grounding, ensuring that her rising fame didn't interfere with responsibilities or values. In one revealing video, Nasia laughed about having to pause a live stream because her mother needed help with dinner, a glimpse into how ordinary life continued despite extraordinary attention. Teachers noted her consistent academic performance even as her follower count climbed, a testament to her maturity.
Hold on, let me get this commercial off.
When you need a lift.
And time management skills. Perhaps most impressively, those closest to Nasia insisted there was little difference between the girl on screen and off. The warm, engaging personality that attracted 500,000 followers was the same one that made her beloved in her immediate circle. January 18th, 2024 began as an ordinary Thursday for Nasia Turner. She woke early, posting a quick morning selfie with the caption "Senior Pics Tomorrow," before heading to classes at Rancho High School. Friends later recalled she seemed particularly excited that day, discussing outfit options for her upcoming photo shoot. After school ended at 3:15, Nasia met with her counselor to discuss scholarship applications, a meeting that highlighted her focus on future plans despite her social media success. She texted her mother around 4:30, mentioning she would be going to Los Cerritos Center with friends to shop for potential senior picture outfits and would be home for dinner by 8. Security footage would later show Nasia arriving at the mall at approximately 5:45 in a silver sedan with 4 young men and another female friend. The group spent time browsing stores, with Nasia purchasing items from 2 clothing retailers. At 6:38, They gathered at the food court where Nasia ordered a smoothie and shared laughs with her companions. At 7:12, Nasia began her final TikTok live session while still inside the mall. No one watching, neither her thousands of viewers nor the friends physically present, could have predicted that in less than an hour, her vibrant life would be extinguished. Nasia's final TikTok live began casually, filmed while seated at a table in the mall's food court. "Hey guys, it's your girl Sia. Seeing your pictures tomorrow, so excited," she announced, adjusting her phone to capture her best angle. For 23 minutes, she engaged with viewers, responding to real-time comments and sharing her plans for the photo shoot. During the stream, she showed off shopping bags from her recent purchases and occasionally panned to her friends, though their faces remained mostly off camera. "Dylan couldn't make it today, but I'll see him tomorrow," she mentioned when fans asked about her boyfriend. The live session was remarkably ordinary, filled with the same energy and authenticity that had built her following. At 7:35, Nasia ended the stream with her signature sign-off. "Love you all. Don't forget to stay beautiful inside and out." These would be her final words to her audience. 8 minutes later, she would leave the mall with her friends, heading toward the parking lot where tragedy awaited. Los Cerritos Center, a sprawling shopping complex in suburban Los Angeles County, was bustling with early evening activity. Security cameras captured Nasia and her group, for young men aged 17 to 19 and another female friend, exiting through the mall's west entrance at 7:43. The footage shows them laughing, shopping bags in hand, appearing completely at ease. The group made their way to a silver Honda Civic parked in the west lot, approximately 200 yards from the entrance. According to witness statements, Nasia sat in the front passenger seat, while the others arranged themselves in the back and driver's positions. The car did not immediately leave the parking space. Mall security footage shows the vehicle remained stationary for approximately 12 minutes, with occasional movement visible inside. A mall employee on break reported seeing the group talking animatedly, though she couldn't hear what was being said. Another witness noticed one of the male passengers exit the vehicle briefly to take a phone call before returning. What happened inside that car during those 12 minutes remains the central mystery of this case. No security cameras directly faced the vehicle's interior, and no witnesses reported anything unusual until the commotion that followed. The ordinary scene of teenagers hanging out after shopping would transform into a crime scene with devastating speed. What safety precautions could have prevented this tragedy? Would you recognize warning signs of danger in a seemingly normal social situation? Have you discussed safety protocols with your teenagers? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insight might save a life in similar circumstances. At approximately 7:55, chaos erupted in the parking lot. A woman walking to her car heard screaming and rushed toward the silver Honda, where she found Nasia slumped in the passenger seat, unresponsive with a gunshot wound to her chest. The other occupants of the vehicle were in various states of panic, with one young man repeatedly shouting,
like a setup to me, y'all. What it sounds like to y'all.
Miraculously, an off-duty nurse shopping at the mall responded to the commotion and immediately began CPR. Mall security arrived within minutes, followed by paramedics at 8:04. Despite these rapid response efforts, Nasia showed no signs of recovery. She was transported to the hospital, but pronounced dead shortly after arrival. Melissa Ramirez, a 34-year-old registered nurse who had stopped at the mall after her hospital shift, became the first person to render aid to Nasia. "I heard screaming and my training just kicked in," Ramirez later told investigators. She performed CPR continuously for nearly 10 minutes, her hands steady despite the chaotic scene unfolding around her. When paramedics from Los Angeles County Fire Station 28 arrived at 8:04, they found Ramirez still working desperately to revive the teenager. "She did everything right," paramedic James Donovan would later state. Her immediate response gave the victim the best possible chance at survival. The emergency medical team quickly took over, administering advanced life support measures as they transported Nasia to Memorial Hospital. Despite their swift and coordinated efforts, the gunshot wound had caused catastrophic damage. The bullet had struck her heart directly, making survival virtually impossible regardless of the quality of emergency care she received. Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies arrived at the scene at 8:12, securing the area with yellow crime scene tape and immediately separating the witnesses. Lieutenant Steve DeYoung of the Sheriff's Homicide Bureau took command, implementing standard protocols for an unexplained shooting death. We responded to reports of a gunshot victim in a vehicle at Los Cerritos Center, DeYoung stated in his initial press briefing. Upon arrival, deputies found a female teenager with a gunshot wound to the chest. She was transported to a local hospital where she...
Hold on, y'all.
Does your denture move?
Sound like it was set up to me. Sound like somebody in the car set her up.
Because it fills voids caused by gum loss and...
Y'all can
where
donate
she was
if
pronounced
like
deceased.
Joanne just put the link in the chat.
DeYoung's carefully measured words revealed little, but the massive response told a different story. Within 30 minutes, the parking lot transformed into a full-scale crime scene. 12 patrol units, forensic technicians, and senior detectives converged on the location. The Cerritos Sheriff's Station issued an emergency alert asking shoppers to avoid the west parking area. By 9:30 that evening, investigators had established a command post and begun the meticulous process of piecing together Nasia's final moments. The 4 young men present in the car with Nasia became the immediate focus of the investigation.
Absolutely.
Authorities detained them at the scene, separating each for individual questioning. Though their identities were not officially released due to 2 being minors, information gradually emerged about the group. The driver, 18-year-old Marcus Williams, was a classmate of Nasia's at Rancho High School. Social media posts showed they had been friends for approximately 2 years, with Marcus occasionally appearing in the background of her videos. The front seat passenger, 19-year-old Jamal Thompson, was Marcus's cousin visiting from San Bernardino. Neither had prior criminal records. Forensic technicians worked through the night, meticulously processing the silver Honda for evidence. They recovered a 9mm handgun from beneath the driver's seat, unregistered and with serial numbers filed off.
Wow.
Gunshot residue tests were performed on all occupants' hands, and their clothing was collected for analysis. Investigators gathered 27 separate security camera feeds from the mall surveillance system, though none provided a clear view inside the vehicle. 17 witness statements were recorded from shoppers and mall employees who observed the aftermath. Blood spatter patterns, fingerprints, and DNA samples were carefully documented and collected from the vehicle's interior, creating a comprehensive evidence profile that would form the foundation of the investigation. Perhaps the most perplexing aspect of Nasia's death is how a gunshot went completely undetected in a crowded mall parking lot. Firearms experts confirm that even a 9mm handgun produces a sound measuring between 150 and 160 decibels, louder than a rock concert and easily distinguishable from ambient noise. Several theories have emerged to explain this acoustic mystery. Investigators considered whether a makeshift silencer was used, though no evidence of such a device was recovered. Another possibility involves the car's closed windows and surrounding vehicle noise creating a sound dampening effect. The mall's west parking structure, with its concrete walls and ceiling, could have distorted the sound, making it difficult to identify. Most troubling is the possibility that people did hear something but dismissed it, perhaps as a car backfiring or construction noise. This phenomenon, known as normalcy bias, leads people to interpret unusual sounds as ordinary rather than dangerous, especially in environments perceived as safe. If true, it represents a critical failure in our collective security awareness. The central question haunting this investigation remains whether Nasia's death was a tragic accident or deliberate act. The physical evidence presents a complex picture that supports multiple interpretations. The recovered handgun showed no signs of malfunction that would cause accidental discharge. However, the absence of gunpowder stippling on Nasia's clothing suggests the shot wasn't fired at extremely close range, potentially supporting claims of accidental handling. The bullet's trajectory, entering her chest at a slight upward angle, could indicate the gun was fired from a lower position, possibly during careless manipulation. Statements from the 4 detained individuals unanimously describe an accident. According to their accounts, none knew the gun was present until it discharged. Yet inconsistencies emerged in their timelines, with a 20-second discrepancy between accounts of when the weapon appeared and when the shot occurred. Detectives noted the unusual lack of communication immediately following the incident. Cell phone records show no calls to emergency services from any occupant for nearly 3 minutes after the estimated time of shooting. Instead, 2 calls were made to other individuals not present at the scene. The absence of clear motive complicates the intent theory. Nasia maintained apparently positive relationships with all present, with no evidence of recent conflicts. Her social media showed no concerning interactions, and friends reported no unusual behavior from anyone in the group prior to the tragedy. The unregistered 9mm handgun recovered from beneath the driver's seat represents a critical puzzle piece in understanding Nasia's death. With its serial numbers professionally removed, tracing its ownership history proved nearly impossible for investigators. None of the vehicle's occupants claimed ownership or knowledge of the weapon. Ballistics testing confirmed it as the gun that fired the fatal shot, with only Nasia's DNA and partial fingerprints from one of the 17-year-old passengers found on its surface. The limited fingerprint evidence suggests the weapon had been wiped clean before or after the shooting. Law enforcement databases linked the weapon's firing pin impression to 2 previous non-fatal shootings in San Bernardino County, one in 2021 and another in 2022. This connection raises disturbing questions about how a gun involved in prior crimes ended up in a car with teenagers at a suburban mall.
Absolutely.
The most troubling possibility remains that someone deliberately brought the weapon to the mall that day, though the question of who and why continues to elude investigators. The relationships between Nasia and the others in the car that evening reveal a complex social network. While she regularly featured Marcus in her TikTok content as a friend, her interactions with Jamal were limited to 3 previous meetings. The 17-year-old content creator had collaborated with her on videos, suggesting a professional relationship alongside their friendship. Most intriguing is her connection to the second 17-year-old, whom she had known for only 3 months. Friends reported he had expressed romantic interest in Nasia, despite her relationship with Dylan. This potential triangle raises questions about underlying tensions that might have existed beneath the surface of their seemingly casual gathering that fatal evening. News of Nasia's death spread across social media platforms with devastating speed. Her final TikTok video, posted just hours before the tragedy, transformed overnight into a digital memorial with over 2 million views and hundreds of thousands of comments. "I can't believe you're gone," wrote one follower. "I just watched your live, and now you're not here anymore." The hashtag Long Live Sia began trending nationally, with tributes pouring in from both casual viewers and fellow content creators. Many fans created video montages of her most memorable moments, sharing how her content had brightened their days or helped them through difficult times. Perhaps most poignantly, her boyfriend Dylan posted a black screen with the caption, "I don't have words right now. I love you forever, Sia." The post garnered over 3 million likes in 24 hours, reflecting the enormous reach of her influence. 3 days after Nasia's death, more than 500 people gathered outside Los Cerritos Center for a candlelight vigil. The crowd, mostly teenagers and young adults who had never met her in person, formed a sea of flickering lights in the same parking lot where she had drawn her final breath. Mourners brought handmade posters featuring her photos and quotes from her videos. "Stayed beautiful inside and out," read one sign, referencing her signature sign-off. Purple and white balloons, her favorite colors, dotted the evening sky as attendees released them with written messages attached. Several of Nasia's classmates shared memories, their voices breaking as they described her kindness and infectious laughter. "She made everyone feel special," said one friend. "Even if you were having the worst day, Sia could turn it around with just a smile." As darkness fell, hundreds of phone flashlights illuminated the night, while a recording of her singing played through portable speakers, a haunting reminder of the voice permanently silenced. For Nasia's family, the public outpouring of grief stood in stark contrast to their private devastation. Her mother, who had appeared in countless videos alongside her daughter, became virtually unreachable, retreating from both social media and public life. She lost her only child and best friend in one moment, A family spokesperson explained during a brief press conference. The family declined most interview requests, but released a statement thanking supporters and requesting privacy. Our Sia was more than her TikTok presence. She was our light, our future, our everything. The statement read, "We ask for space to grieve away from cameras." Particularly heartbreaking was the revelation that Nasia's grandmother had been helping prepare her graduation party, scheduled for just 4 months later. Instead, those same careful hands would arrange funeral flowers. The family established a scholarship fund in Nasia's name at Rancho High School, ensuring her legacy would continue through educational opportunities for other young dreamers. This tragedy affected so many lives, both online and offline. Has a similar story touched your community? Have you witnessed how social media can amplify grief and create unexpected support networks? Share your experiences below. Your story might help others processing similar losses or prevent future tragedies. Nasia's tragic death highlights the critical importance of maintaining situational awareness, even in seemingly safe environments like shopping malls. Young people especially should practice active observation of their surroundings, noting unusual behaviors or objects that seem out of place. Trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, it often is. When gathering with friends, establish clear boundaries about acceptable activities and have an exit strategy if situations become uncomfortable. Parents should encourage open communication about who their teenagers are spending time with and where they're going. Consider using location sharing apps with trusted family members when out with new acquaintances. Pay attention to behavioral changes in those around you. In Nasia's case, witnesses reported no obvious tension before the tragedy, but subtle signs might have been present. Watch for unusual nervousness, secretive behavior, or unexplained departures from normal patterns. Remember that safety often depends on recognizing potential dangers before they escalate, a skill that requires practice and conscious effort.
This is the fastest proven way that actually removed my eye bags and wrinkles. People don't believe I'm 65 anymore, and my
The presence of an unregistered firearm in a group of teenagers represents a catastrophic failure of gun safety principles. Parents must have direct conversations with their children about firearms, emphasizing that they should immediately leave any situation where a weapon unexpectedly appears. Young people should understand the non-negotiable steps to take if they encounter a gun. Don't touch it. Leave the area immediately and report it to a trusted adult or authorities. These actions could have saved Nasia's life had anyone recognized the danger in time. Communities can promote safety through education programs that teach firearm awareness without glorification. Schools should consider implementing anonymous reporting systems where students can safely alert administrators about weapons without fear of retaliation. For parents who own firearms, proper storage in locked safes with ammunition stored separately is essential. Statistics show that accessible weapons dramatically increase risk to teenagers, whether through accidents, impulsive decisions, or theft. Nasia's substantial online presence created unique vulnerabilities that today's young people must navigate carefully. While sharing content builds connection, it also broadcasts personal details to unknown audiences. Content creators should avoid revealing specific locations in real time and consider posting about activities only after leaving the venue. Parents of influencers should help establish boundaries between public and private life. Not every moment needs documentation, and some relationships should remain off camera. Regular digital privacy audits can identify oversharing patterns before they create security risks. For those with growing followings, consider establishing a separate phone number or email for content-related communication. Be selective about meeting followers or new contacts in person, and when necessary, choose public locations with trusted friends present. Remember that online popularity can attract both positive attention and potentially dangerous interest. Nasia's case reminds us that even ordinary outings can turn tragic when personal safety takes a backseat to social connection. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe to help spread these important safety messages. Your engagement could save lives by reaching someone who needs these warnings. What safety precautions do you practice? Share below and join our community dedicated to protecting vulnerable young people.
Nothing but the truth, y'all. All right, let me get to the next story. Yeah, everything is not for social media. You want to share your location? Share your location after you leave the place. You know, when people in the chat be like, where you at? You don't have to always say where you at. If I go live and people ask me where I'm at, don't worry about it. I ain't trying to be smart or funny or nothing, but hell no. No, you don't know who's watching you. You don't know who's watching you. You have to stay on point. Okay, you have to understand you got people all around the world that's watching you. So you can't put everything out on social media. I don't think some people think like that. I don't know if some people care or I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, no, you know, it's not a good thing. This girl probably never knew this guy was like that, you know. She didn't know that he didn't like her. But now what? He's in jail. Hold on, y'all. Let me get to. I think it's no, it's not this one. All right. I'm trying to get to the one I want to show y'all. Okay, I can get it from here. My mouse be all over the place. Okay, now this next one I want to show y'all, right? This happened on social media, right? I don't know, y'all. I don't think I know. The comments was crazy. They was eating the mama up in the comments. Oh my God. I even went off in the comments. Okay. Now this mom, this happened on live, right? But the mother, this is a family issue that happened on live, y'all. It happened on live. They bring this to social media. Let me see. Let me find it first. I watched a little bit of it yesterday, but not all of it. Let's see, this is not it. Wait a minute, is this it? Yeah, I think this one is it right here. So y'all gonna see how I play out. I don't understand what type of mother was this.
Great. What do you typically
I
offer?
don't know what kind of mom was this, y'all. I don't know. Only thing I know. Let me say this.
Oh my God, they shot him, bro.
Okay, let me just say before I play it, right? It sounds like this family had a lot of trauma. Okay, a lot. It sounds like y'all can give me how y'all feel. When I was reading the comments yesterday, as soon as she dropped this video, I was dead on it. Okay. A lot of people saying they feel like the mother was jealous of her. They felt like she was the black sheep of the family. I felt like that too. I felt like this girl was the black sheep of the family, and the mom, the brother, they didn't like her. She did have more siblings, but they was on the father side. Now, from what I understand, from what I got from it, that she was a hell of a fighter. She will fight anybody, okay? But for a mother to dislike her daughter so bad, right? To give your son, which is her blood brother, a gun to take her out. I never seen nothing like it, y'all. I never seen nothing like it. I never seen nothing like it. I'm telling you, baby. But the sister did speak out from the father side. And I think a brother spoke out from the father side. But we'll see it. And yes, you is right, Joanne. Jealousy is a very dangerous thing. But it's so sad how this family bring it to the internet. And she lost her life. So let me know if y'all can hear it. I'm going to bring it up. This may be my last one. Put one if y'all can hear it.
He just shot dude right there. He just shot him. Who's the dude right there that just fell? He got popped. Dog just fell. And I went live. Get the part I went live on.
You see the car? You see? The mother drove this car, y'all, for her son to kill her daughter.
Bro, me and Ashley fought plenty of times, bro. Plenty of fucking times. Nobody said, "Oh, go shoot her."
This is the
go
sister from the father's side.
She got the upper hand. Go do this. Go do that.
I didn't watch
my
the
mama
whole
would have
thing.
never handed me a gun to go shoot her kid, bro. She would have never handed me no fucking gun to go do something to her kid. Like, is y'all cool? Is y'all fucking?
30-year-old Ashley Hudson never thought the same woman who gave birth to her would be the same person that will orchestrate her death.
A single shot.
Ooh, he popped him. Ooh, he just shot dude right there.
Recorded from a nearby apartment window, showing the aftermath of a deadly shooting in the middle of Bleach Street in downtown Milwaukee late Monday night.
Her mom recruited her other son and her other daughter, then both went to Ashley's apartment to beat her for some reason, then ended up ordering her son, which is Ashley's teen brother, to kill Ashley. Her last word was, "Please don't shoot me." It was all caught on camera. They all scrambled to flee from the scene after the shot and killed her. A video of her other sister talking about the incident and how disappointed she is with their mom on Facebook Live will be played later in the video. Why would any mother give her own teen son a gun and tell her to kill her own biological daughter?
And the only
well,
thing I
let's
can
find
think of,
out. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories.
Now I'm the big sister, bro. My feelings is hurt as a bitch because I can't do nothing about it. Like, y'all weird as a bitch. Y'all feel how y'all feel, but on my mama, y'all gotta see me. Bitch, wig off. Y'all have to see me. I'm on bullshit all day. On my mama, I'm on bullshit all day.
And they don't have the same mother but the same father.
Y'all gotta see me. Like I said, it's 3 of you hoes that didn't get caught.
This story takes us to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee is a vibrant city on the shores of Lake Michigan, offering a unique blend of world-class amenities, fast-paced excitement, and endless charm. Despite this nice things, your chance of being a victim of violent crime in Milwaukee is 1 in 68 and property crime is 1 in 36. Ashley Hudson, aged 30, was a mother of 4 who grew up Milwaukee, Wisconsin. She worked at St. Joseph's Children's Hospital in Milwaukee before this tragic incident. Ashley had brothers and sister, but unfortunately it was not always a sweet one. She had a very bad relationship with her mother to the extent that she had to get a restraining order on her and vice versa. She was not in the best of relationship with her siblings too. The restraining orders against her mother and her 21-year-old sister were both granted. One of the conditions prevents them from possessing a gun through May and June 2027, respectively. Things were very bad between them. Ashley was always afraid of her mom. She posted on social media regularly. In a May 2023 petition, Ashley Hudson wrote, "I'm not safe, I'm scared she is going to kill me," she stated in a posted. "If something happens to me, she did it, and I want somebody to believe that I'm fearing for my life and afraid she is going to take me off this earth forever." Unfortunately, her mom, who was supposed to be the matured one, was not. On June 17, 2025, Ashley's mother called her teen son and her other daughter for a little help. She told them she needed to go kill Ashley and asked them to come along so they could do it for her. Upon getting to Ashley's apartment, they started arguing on the street, and then her mother brought out a gun from her waist, then handed it over to her teen son to shoot Ashley, which he did, and it was all captured on video. Ashley's last words were, "Please don't shoot me," but her brother did not hesitate. He shot her at the order of his mother.
Ooh, Jesus.
He just shot dude right there. He just shot him.
Who's the
dude right there that just fell? He got popped. Dog just fell. And I went live. Get the part I went live on.
Yeah, something ain't right, Southern. The mama was mental ill or something. They said it's been going on for years in this family.
He still ain't down. Yeah. I'm gonna get that light.
Yeah, he was 15, the brother that shot him.
Our top story tonight, a tragic killing in Milwaukee. A 29-year-old mother of 3 gunned down late last night outside of her apartment building. And those close to her say the people arrested for the crime are her own family members.
As you just saw, that shooting was caught on camera by neighbors and live streamed on social media. It happened last night near MLK and Valete. We're told it started with an argument on Facebook between Ashley Hudson and her family.
Her friends say it ended with this. Around 11 p.m., Hudson's mom, brother, and 2 sisters allegedly showed up to her apartment and attacked her before shooting her and leaving her in the street.
He put it up to her and she said, "Don't shoot me," and he shot her, and she stumbled all the way over here, and she fell on the floor.
Less than 24 hours after her death, Hudson's loved ones are gathering tonight for a vigil in her honor.
Adam Reif was there for us tonight and joins us live with the details. Adam.
And Natalie and Jessup, several dozen people still lingering here at the corner of MLK and Vliet. There was a balloon release after a prayer honoring the life of Ashley Hudson. There is a lot of pain
I just
on this
want questions
intersection
like
tonight as people are trying to process what
can
they
a
call
mother
a senseless
set
killing.
something
This
up
is
like
the
this?
location
How?
that Ashley Hudson
Why?
died after she was shot. We are still waiting for confirmation from Milwaukee police and investigators. But what many friends and family have told us throughout the day is that it was Ashley's siblings who ended up killing her. A 15-year-old brother is what they say. 2 teens rather, and a 21-year-old taken into custody. And friends and family say those are Ashley Hudson's siblings. One person not taken into custody is her mother at this time. And friends here on scene say that it was her mother who drove those siblings here to have a fight with Ashley and then handed her brother the gun. Her mother was involved, according to those friends and family, but not in custody at this time. The video of the shooting was live streamed on Facebook. Unbeknownst to the person taking the video, it would become a shooting. It started as a fight, however, and that's how many of the family members found out about this. They saw the video on Facebook. I spoke with Ashley's father, and he told me how he feels after losing his daughter. Take a listen.
I'm shocked, but not too shocked because, like I said, hey, I kind of figured they always, these family always had long history of fighting and feuding among siblings, you know what I'm saying? But I never thought it'd come to that extent where someone would get killed.
That's Antoine McGee, Ashley Hudson's father. He was at a loss for words throughout the interview. I also talked with several siblings on her father's side. These are brothers and sisters of Ashley's through Mr. McGee. And they said they are really at a loss, that Ashley had reached out for help many times in the past, that there were very difficult family situations she was going through, and those siblings expressed a lot of remorse. They weren't able to help her further.
That investigation comes as new court documents show murder victim Ashley Hudson was afraid for her life and afraid of her mother years before she was killed on Monday night.
Hudson petitioned for restraining orders against her mother and her sister in 2023. Family and friends tell us both of them were involved in Monday night's murder. Adam Reif has more tonight on what we're learning from the court documents. Adam?
Well, Natalie and Jessup, these petitions continue to shed light on a painful family dynamic full of infighting and serious threats of violence. Ashley Hudson had restraining orders against her mother and sister and vice versa, but it wasn't enough to protect her, as Ashley's own words predicted. I'm not safe. I fear she is going to kill me. Ashley Hudson was writing about her mother in a May 2023 petition for a restraining order. If something happens to me, she did it, and I want somebody to believe that I'm fearing for my life and afraid she is going to take me off this earth forever. The 30-year-old was shot and killed Monday night in a fight that played out live on social media.
This girl was
Multiple
really
family
in
and
fear
friends
of
who
her
watched the video
mother
say Ashley
for
was shot and
years.
killed by her 15-year-old brother. They say her 16-year-old and 21-year-old sisters also attacked her, and her mother drove them to the fight. The brother and 2 sisters are in custody. The mother is not. I don't want any contact with this woman ever, Ashley wrote 2 years ago, adding one time my mother came to my house and had a black 9mm gun in her left hand.
This is like what she'd been saying for the longest, and basically in ways, but we never knew that they would do this to her like this.
In another petition against her 21-year-old sister, Ashley wrote, she said that she would shoot me. The restraining orders against her mother and 21-year-old sister were both granted. Among the terms, they're each preventing from possessing a gun through May and June of 2027, respectively. But family and friends said Ashley's mother provided her brother with the gun that killed her.
It always been like this. Like, they always bumped heads. They always fought. It always been like this.
But there were difficulties all around. Ashley's mother also filed restraining orders against her. Writing in 2023, Ashley Hudson texted me threatening to beat me because I still want anything to do with her. And in 2019, she wrote, Ashley pulled a knife from my kitchen on me, told me she was going to have my house shot up, and threw a brick, and it hit me in my left side.
I'm sure you've heard of Comfort Clothing before, and if you haven't, you are seriously missing out. They're actually my favorite brand of all time solely because they support mental health, and they actually make
No charges have been filed yet, so while family and friends have confirmed to us who was involved, MPD has not. Jessup, MPD also will not say yet if Ashley Hudson's mother is wanted in connection to her murder. Back to you.
Of course she is.
Shocking and terrible story.
She took her.
Ashley's younger sister had a lot to say about the whole incident when she jumped on Facebook Live. Here is a clip of what she had to say.
I clearly stated that we not finna get on Facebook and we not finna do this bum ass shit. We not even finna do it. First off, you hoes don't even know Ashley. Y'all don't even know Ashley. First off, the bitch ain't been right in her head since we was little. She's schizophrenic, bipolar, all type of shit. Like, come on now. Like, y'all don't even know her. And I'm not mad about the video of the girl posting it. I'm actually happy she posted the video because I literally just got in the house and I called it. I said, it's one of my sisters. It's Ashley or Celia. So I commented on the girl live and I asked her her name. She didn't reply fast enough for me, so I just pulled up. But I understand half y'all feel the way y'all feel or whatever because she disrespected y'all family, y'all kids, who this, who that. Don't care. She said what she said. She said it. She can't do nothing about it. She said what she said. Y'all can feel how y'all feel.
Yes,
but y'all
girl, the whole family was mental.
Internet and do you hoes talking about some I shoulda or did you hoes weren't calling her bluff while she was here. You hoes weren't calling her bluff while she was here. So what makes you think that you gonna try to call her bluff because she dead? Ashley talk about my whole mama. Ashley talk about our whole granny. We share the whole same granny, which dead and all. Talked about her. We got in the field about it. We didn't get on. We got in the field about it. Me and my sister or my brothers would have never did that to her. Never did it to her. Beef or no beef, would have never did that shit to her.
On the
beef or no beef.
Side.
But you hoes on Facebook,
not on that
shit.
Her side.
Bitch, wig will come off. We'll get in the field. Y'all hoes weren't seeing her while she was here. It's okay if you hoes sharing the Facebook or you niggas sharing the shit all on Facebook because she disrespected y'all people. But as far as you hoes that she was into it with, no. And I'm standing, nigga. I'm standing on my 3 P's. All 3 of my kids, nigga, on my mama grave. You hoes that left her gotta see me. It's 3 of y'all didn't get caught. Y'all gotta see me. Y'all gotta see her siblings. Y'all gotta see her siblings. If y'all don't see, if the police don't get y'all before I'm on bullshit all day. I'm on bullshit all day. Don't get me wrong. Me and Ashley didn't talk every day on the strength of when my mama died. She felt like I was acting funny. I was acting funny. My mama died, bro. But she's schizophrenic. She's bipolar. She felt like somebody was turning against her, bro. My whole mama died. So yes, we was into it. But again, I'm not going to say this no more. At the end of the day, that was my sister, my big sister. I'm not going to sit here and act like we was cool, bro. Everybody in our family had beef with this girl, but it never touched the internet. We never pulled no weapons out on each other. We never wanted to try to kill each other. None of that, bro. It never got to that fucking point. It never got to that point with none of my daddy kids. It never got to that fucking point. And I'm mad, bro. I'm mad that my brother in jail, and I have to tell him. Not only did I have to tell him my mama dead, not only did I have to tell him Zay dead, but I had to tell him his sister dead, bro. I'm irritated. I'm irritated as a
now when she said her brother in jail, She's talking about the brother, not from Ashley's mother, from another woman, because there's a lot of them. So that's what she's talking about. And she's saying Ashley did have mental ill problems. So I don't understand why the mother didn't seek help for her when she was younger. It makes me feel like Ashley had a grudge against her mother for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe the way her mother treated her coming up as a child. You know what I'm saying? Maybe all of them treated Ashley wrong because of her mental illness. The brothers, the mothers, you know what I'm saying? And maybe as she came as an adult, she felt like everybody was against her. That can happen. You know, she felt like nobody loved her. Everybody hated her. So, excuse me, that's what I'm getting from this sister.
A bitch because I can't hold my brother, bro. Y'all know how I feel about my brothers, bro. I can't fix this shit, bro. My feelings is hurt. I can't fix this shit for Butters and Keontae. I can't do that shit. My feelings is hurt. And now I'm the big sister, bro. My feelings is hurt as a bitch because I can't do nothing about it. Like, y'all weird as a bitch. Y'all feel how y'all feel, but on my mama, y'all gotta see me. Bitch, wig off. Y'all have to see me. I'm on bullshit all day. On my mama, I'm on bullshit all day. I don't care about nothing. Y'all gotta see me. Like I said, it's 3 of you hoes that didn't get caught. It's 3 of you hoes that didn't get caught. Y'all have to see us. Y'all have to feel it. On my mama, y'all gotta feel it. Bitch, I don't even give no fuck about how nobody feel. I don't care how nobody feel. Like, right is right, wrong is wrong. Bro, me and Ashley fought plenty of times, bro. Plenty of fucking times. Nobody said, "Oh, go shoot her, go stab her," because she got the upper hand. Go do this, go do that. My mama would have never handed me a gun to go shoot her kid, bro. She would have never handed me no fucking gun to go do something to her kid. Like, is y'all
She's talking about her mother.
Cool? And like I said, you hoes don't know my sister, bro. Because if you knew Ashley, bro, she been fighting her mama and her siblings all her motherfucking life. This not the first time. This not the second time. This not the 4th time. No 5th time. No nothing, bro. She literally been fighting them motherfuckers since she was down there 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
All the time. They always jumped on her. Like
yeah, I feel like it was some dislike with the brothers and sisters from the mom with Ashley. I feel like it was some strong dislikes because of her mental illness.
Help us rid New Jersey of old lead service lines. Test your pipes today.
That is so sad.
Oh, tell her. How the fuck do you explain to somebody that they granny, they uncle, and they auntie killed their mama? How the fuck do you explain that shit? Oh, your granny and your uncle and your auntie killed your mama. How the fuck do you sit here and explain that shit? How you sit here and explain that shit? How the fuck do you sit here and explain this shit? I'm so lost. How you sit here and explain this shit?
Wow. I feel so hurt for her, man.
This shit foul. Like, a whole family just gone in a blink of an eye. A whole family just gone.
Right, the whole family gone.
A whole family just gone, bro.
The mama gone, the whole family.
And then not to top it off.
Then the sister lost her life, gone.
Not to top it off. Tashina, my other sister, was in a whole coma, my nigga. She can't do shit. She can't do shit. She can't do nothing. She can't move. She can't do shit. She all the way in Arizona. Her mama got her kids. Who the fuck finna tell her what the fuck going on? How the fuck do you tell your sister that your mama, her sister and her brother killed your sister? Now they all in jail and you don't know where your kids at, bro. And you can't do nothing about it. Like, a whole family just gone, bro. Like, gone. Like gone. And you hoes want to joke on Facebook. And what's really irritating is, if you know Ashley, bro, she stood tall behind you so-called friend ass hoes. She stood so behind 100%, bro. She was coming behind you hoes and y'all left her. Nigga, the only person that stayed right there, the only person there was Reese. My nigga didn't leave her at all. Nigga, he didn't leave her at all. He didn't leave her at all. Not even a little bit. My nigga didn't step away from her. My nigga didn't do nothing. He stayed right there whole time. Whole time.
Wow.
Whole time. He stayed right there whole time. Didn't go nowhere until we got there. And still after, nigga, he still stayed there. All you hoes was MIA. MIA. I can just imagine how he just saw what the fuck went down with his friend and his family, and he holding her with a whole bunch of fucking blood, and she screaming for help or screaming, don't shoot her, and all this type of shit. She just died in his hands. Like, come on now.
Everybody else left.
You hoes is not real. On my mama, y'all not real. Y'all not real at all. Not even a little bit. All that, this my sister shit. This my sister shit. Me and my siblings stayed out there too. Till they was gone. Probably a little after they was gone. Ain't none of you hoes pull up. Ain't none of you hoes try to see what the fuck was going on. Nothing. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. I'm on bullshit all day. I'm on bullshit all day. Literally all day.
Whew, this is a sad situation.
All day. All day. Bro, Ashley Ho stabbed my daddy. Guess where my daddy was at? Guess where my daddy was at? My daddy was right there. Right there. He can't help how she is, bro. We can't help how she is, bro. She is who she is. The bitch, she just went right in the head, bro. She just went right in the head. And if you knew her, you knew that. If you knew her, you knew that. Yeah, I just got off the phone with the prison about Keontae. You hoes is weird. Y'all weird. Y'all weird as fuck. I can't even go to sleep because, like I said, like, all bullshit aside, I ain't even know how to feel. Shit, I still wanted it. I still wanted my round for when she talked about my mama shit. Cause shit, we could have fought and kicked it, whatever the fuck she wanted to do. But bro, I want to beat her ass even more now because, bitch, not chewing out like that. Not my sister, not chewing out like that. If you know Ashley, bro, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. And if you, like I said, Ashley, y'all know Ashley good for starting shit. This bitch was at home minding her business. She was at home minding her business. At home minding her business, kicking it with her friend, minding her business. They pulled up to her house. But my thing is, there's no, okay, yeah, me and my siblings fight. They probably told us to go put the gloves on and go get in the field or sit out there and fight. A motherfucker ain't never said pick up a rock and knock they motherfucking head off. And a motherfucker ain't never go to pass me a gun to go put one of my siblings down. Never. And I'm irritated that y'all sitting on this bitch acting like y'all ain't never got into it with y'all siblings. Yes, siblings fight. That shit wasn't supposed to happen like that. Wasn't supposed to happen like that, bro. They always fight like that. They always fight like that. That shit wasn't supposed to happen like that. They been fighting like that since Ashley was like 10. If y'all really know Ashley, they been fighting like that since she was about 10. They been jumping on her since she was like 10, bro.
That's sad.
Since she was like 10.
I wish she could have picked up and went to another state and just got away from all of them. You know, maybe she wasn't thinking like that. I don't know, but I think I know I would have. I'd have picked up, packed my shit, and went to another state, and they would have never seen me no more. They will never heard from me
Ashley
again.
will get in the field with anybody.
If that could have just made her life a
Ashley
little
will get in the
bit
field with
easier and
anybody.
better.
Nigga, bitch, him, she, whatever. Fuck, she get in the field with anybody. She's proved it several times that she will get in the field with anybody.
They said she was a fighter.
She have been standing away. If you even notice, the bitch ain't even been claiming me on Facebook. The bitch ain't even been claiming me because she mad because how I was acting when my mom was out. And I'm more so hurt for my brothers because, bro, that's their sister, bro. Locked in. Locked the fuck in. You can't tell them shit.
Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat.
It goes like that. They just fight and just leave it alone. It never goes that far.
Okay, thank y'all. I was wondering.
I've been drinking since 7 this morning.
Okay.
It never goes that far.
To the type of shit what I'm saying, all the shit I'm saying. My nephew fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That shit wasn't supposed to happen, y'all. That shit wasn't supposed to happen. I was thinking like, when it happened, I think like, okay, she is gonna survive. You know, she get to recover. She one shot took her whole life out. You know, one shot.
This case is still ongoing. Who in their right senses ask their son to kill their daughter? Things of this nature are just unbelievable. Even though Ashley was said to be a difficult person, it still does not warrant anyone taking her life. We hope Ashley gets the justice she deserves. May her soul continue to rest in peace.
Yes. Amen.
Y'all ready?
You ready? We ready. You are.
I love you, Ashley.
That's crazy.
Long live Ashley.
Long live Ashley.
My phone.
Pups in the air.
Huh.
They better lock the mama up. That's what they better do.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The siblings locked up, but what about the mama? Because she the one sent them there to do it. She sent them there to do this. Hold on, y'all. Let me just. Give me 1 second. Woo, that was crazy. That was crazy. But I just, hope the whole family just get the help that they need. I hope they arrest the mother because she was the one that agitated this, sent the siblings there to do this. I just can't still understand how can a mother send their child to take out her child and send the siblings there to do that. Like, the sister already stated that they've been beating her up since she was 10 years old. So that goes to show that they was bullying her. They was bullying her, abusing her, verbally, mentally, emotional. They just didn't like her. It seems like to me, she was the black sheep of the family. It seems like to me, what the sister said that she did have mental issues going on. Why did the mother try to get her help when she was young? She was 10 years old. I'm quite sure the mother knew something at that time when the daughter was 10 years old. Why would you sit here? And the way it appears to be to me, maybe I may be wrong. Maybe she always, the sister even stated herself that they always jumped on her and beat her since she was 10. So that's probably why she felt, afraid of them. I would have been afraid of them too. Who wouldn't? Yes, Joanne, they was pure evil family. That family was evil, even down to the fucking mother, because the mother the one started the shit. You allow her siblings to do her like this because they want to start it if you want to start it, and you didn't allow them to do that. You had a grudge against your daughter. You hated your daughter. She was the black sheep of the family. And you hated her that bad that you let this play out. If you hated her so bad as a mother and you didn't want her, why didn't you just give her up? She probably would have been in a better place and got help. And maybe she didn't think to move to another state. Because me personally, myself, honey, I would have did just that. I would have said, fuck my family. I would have got the first flight the fuck out. And I would have went anywhere. I don't give a damn. I would have went somewhere and lived me a better life. And maybe she didn't think like that. She probably didn't even have those thoughts, because as soon as said she was bipolar and things like that, she thought everybody was against her. She wasn't on medication. She wasn't getting the proper help that she needed. I mean, wow. That's a sad situation right there. But when your mama, I just couldn't imagine. Your mama, somebody that birthed you into the world. And this is what I can say, y'all. Sometimes, and this is what I always say, y'all, when things happen like this in a family, even if it don't come to a gun violence, right? These things happen from childhood trauma, and it spills right over into your adult life, and something can go wrong. And this is what happened to them. This started off trauma. This was childhood trauma. Even down with the mother. The mother had childhood trauma in her life. She didn't have a good childhood. You can tell that because look what she did. Look what she allowed her 15-year-old son do to the daughter. We see that plain as day. So it starts from the mother. So whatever happened in her childhood with her mother, which is their grandma, something didn't go right. No, the only thing it did is escalated. Went down to generation. That's what happened. There was no love there at all. No love at all. She didn't give up because the mothers like her do nothing but benefit from the state of their children. Yeah. You know what, y'all? She's in a better place. She's in a better place. She don't have to worry about being abused anymore. You know, because it seems like to me, y'all, she was targeted mostly by the family, her siblings. And it sounds to me the way the sister was saying, she would fight everybody. You know, due to the family didn't like her, turned everybody against her. It seems to me the way the sister is talking, she had to fight her whole life. She fought her whole life. To get through the life, she had to fight her way. She's in a better place. She's resting with God. She's in a better place. You see how that whole family got wiped away so fast? The whole family in jail. The whole family in jail. They'll never probably see the daylight again. The whole family. Things can happen at a blink of an eye. You just don't know. But I would say if you have toxic siblings that you don't get along with, or a toxic mother, toxic father, it's best to move on. If you can pick up, because everybody can't pick up and just go. But if you can pick up and go, go. Don't never look back. Wish them well. Don't look back. Keep going. And maybe she didn't have that encouragement to do that. She didn't have nobody by her side. She didn't have nobody. And sometimes when people know that you and your family is into situations like this, they don't make the situation better. They make the situation worse. They bring nothing but fuel to the fire. And the fire, what it do? The fire just escalates, grow bigger. And in this situation, that's what happened. May God rest her soul in peace. I'm sorry that she had to endure this all her life since she was 10 years old. Sad tragedy. She didn't deserve to lose her life like that. I hope that they get the mom. The mom deserves to be in jail. They all deserve life. They don't never need to see daylight again at all. Her friends was never her friends. They left her. When the brother shot her, they all left her. Only one stayed was one friend. That was a guy. He the only one stayed. Everybody else ran. Scattered. Left her. Might as well say left her for dead. That's sad, man. That's sad. That is so sad, but yes, she is in a better place. Yes, she is, Joanne. She is. Yeah. I don't even think she really got to know the other side of the family like that. I don't know what her and her dad relationship was really like. Damn. Oh, man, I just can't wrap my head around it, man. Only thing I could say again, she's in a better place. She's not being dogged out by her family. You know what I'm saying? She don't have to feel afraid anymore of her life. She was taking out so many restraining orders. She was might as well you say she was begging the police, telling the police department she was going to lose her life. She was in danger. They wanted to kill her. She was telling them that. She was begging for mercy with them. Look how many restraint orders that she took out against the family. That's why I say I listen to everybody's situation. I feel again like if I can't be the one to try to bring solution to the situation, I don't want to be a part of the negativity with the situation, and especially when it comes to friends, like best friends that been friends for so many years and they have a falling out. I don't get in shit like that. If I can't be a solution to it, I don't want to be a part of it, because they may become best friends again, and you're gonna be the one on the outside looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because you bring negativity in it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel the same way about family situations, stuff like that. I just never really like get myself hung up in situations like that. You know, I mean, I wish I could have known her. I wish I could have known her and had a conversation with her, talked to her, put her in a better place, made her feel better, made her feel loved. But I didn't know her. I didn't know her. Wow. She probably felt like nobody loved her, especially when your family do shit like this. So, I mean, who else do you think will love you? Let's be honest. Who else you will fucking think gonna love you? If your own fucking family showing signs of not loving you, who else you think will love you? At that point in your head, you would say, fuck it, I give up. Nobody loves me. Nobody else loves me. If your own family don't love you, you're not going to think outside people going to love you until you go and get that counseling, that help that you need, because they're gonna make sure that it's other people that love you. They're going to put you in the right direction where you need to be. And they're going to assure you that it is other people out here going to love you. And that girl didn't get that help. So she felt like the world was against her. Her own family didn't love her. You can clearly see she was a black sheep of the family. Her brother didn't even love her. The sisters didn't even love her. And she lost her life. Like, who else can be against you if your family don't love you? Come on. Because once people know your family don't give a fuck about you, they ain't gonna too much give a fuck about you neither sometimes. You can believe that. You can believe that. It's just a matter of time for they turn on your ass. Believe me. Believe me. That's crazy. But y'all, I'm going to get up off of here. That's sad. I don't want to talk no more about it because I don't want to get emotional about it. It's just a sad situation. I'm sorry she lost her life like that. May God rest her soul in peace. I hope the family, the rest of the family on the dad's side, I hope they get the healing and help that they need. It's going to be a long journey for them. This is brand new. This just happened. This is brand new. Because on the mother side, they all gone. They all gone. They all gone. And like she said, siblings get into situations. They do. But when it turns out to some shit like this, nah. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the commentary for the day. I hope y'all have a great weekend. I love everybody that timed in. I appreciate y'all. Y'all, please stay prayed up. We are living in our last days. This is an evil world. The love is not love no more. The loyalty is not loyalty no more. Please be careful who you put in your corner, who you think is your friend, who you think is loyalty to you. Please just always be careful. Ask God to lead you. Ask God to guide you. Ask God to show you. Never leave God out of anything that you do. Never. Because God is the one that's going to show you who's for you and who's not for you. God have showed me a lot. I always ask God to please show me. I always ask God never leave me in the dark. I always ask God to show me who's for me and who's not for me. I always ask God to remove anybody out of my life, God, that you know is not in my life, that doesn't mean me no good. And that don't mean, again, that I hate them, because I hate nobody. It just means that you was not for me. That's it. That's all. That's it, and that's all. But y'all be happy. Y'all be prayed up. And I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed my commentary for today. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love.